Did you trip on how many people hit the streets in the Tina? You know, obviously for the World Cup win. Did you see any of that while you were out there? And fuck it.
Well, yes, I saw all of that. I was getting like all kinds of notifications and stuff like that. I mean, it's big deal for them.
Little Will was safe.
Oh yeah, he was safe. He was away from all of that stuff. He don't even live near Buenos Aires. It's like 5 hours away, so he's cool. The thing is that I expected this to happen. I expected all of this. And, I mean, I've seen some rallies that has been like 1 million people, and, it's not a lot of people. But this was 5 million people.
Yeah.
5 million.
5 million people.
I wanted to look, there had to be deaths, right?
Yeah.
Right? That has to be.
Had
5 million people, there's a couple people.
There were a couple of people that jumped off the bridge to try to land in the bus of the team.
Are you kidding me?
Maradona told me to.
I don't want to say those people were dumb.
Dumb as hell. They'll kill the people that
they took their shot, but that's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, because you could kill them if you land on them.
Or kill yourself.
That's the hotel we stay at all the time, right up the street.
Is it? One
over on the
hurt
right.
himself. One missed and one hurt himself. But there was a
Americana.
guy that damn near just like made it, and then they got him.
Did you trip on the fact that they had to rescue 5 players from the middle of all that? When it started getting crazy, they had to take a helicopter and get them guys out of there.
Like airlift them?
Yeah, because there was no way for them to get out of there, man.
Damn.
They're in the middle of 5 million people.
Had they touched the ground, had the people had gotten to them, forget about it.
Ripped them apart.
Forget about it.
I mean, Messi's a king out there. He's like, the way they looked at Maradona when he brought home the cup. They looked at him like a god over there.
Yeah.
And you've seen the effects of.
Yes.
Now look at 5 million people in Argentina ain't showing up for no political figure, no president,
Hell
nothing.
No.
They showed up for these guys, and more importantly, Messi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's amazing, man.
They put him in a very peculiar situation because, he's the crown jewel, and you had him in the middle of chaos, because realistically, had that went really wrong.
With that many people?
Yeah, the only way you
and it
get
did
out
go
of that,
sideways. That's why they had to rescue the 5 guys out of there.
Yeah.
the only way you can get anybody out of there was by helicopter. Had to.
Damn.
Yeah, of course. You ain't
couldn't even
driving.
drive.
Hey, the military couldn't have done nothing. They would have had to smoke half of the population there.
Dropping bombs.
Yeah,
been
to
ill.
get control.
You
That's the crazy part of it when the World Cup hits a country like that, boy. The all the tension that's released in those moments of celebration, it can get ugly.
Yeah.
I mean, Bobo and I were there when Greece won the Euro Cup one year, and I mean they were lighting fires, putting
You were in Greece?
tipping cars
man.
over. We couldn't get our luggage for 2 hours because they were watching the game, and Greece happened to win, which is how we got our luggage. Because had they not won, we weren't getting our luggage for another day. Wow! Right, but that's how serious they take it. And through our drive to the hotel from the airport to the hotel, cars getting tipped over, fires being lit, all in celebration.
Yeah, exactly. It's burned down the city.
So imagine that right there. And we didn't see that the Euro Cup is not like the World Cup. So, there's thousands of people on the streets, but not millions like this. This is on some other.
Man,
Bro, that makes Times Square look like a joke.
Yeah.
Like a joke.
Like
There's
little.
Like a joke.
There's
Wow,
something
man.
on IG that shows the inauguration for Obama.
How many people?
Inauguration for Trump and Messi.
And
No comparison.
Messi's inauguration.
There's no comparison.
Messi's inauguration is double.
Yeah.
Man, so it's just off the hook. And if I was still there, I would have been in my house, but make sure that I'm all the groceries, because nobody was working. Nobody was doing anything.
Yeah, the tourists were fucked that day.
Oh,
man.
Any tourist motherfuckers were fucked that day. They couldn't get a meal. They couldn't get nothing. If you didn't stock up before you got into your hotel room or wherever the hell you're staying, you're fucked.
Fucked.
Yeah.
And trying to go anywhere. You want to go see some sights? Nah.
Oh, no.
Nah.
You're seeing the Argentinian people on the streets celebrating.
Party.
baby.
That is a sight. You know, what's crazy is that, like, it's a beautiful thing to see that many people. Like, if it's one, like how one thing aside from religion or politics can bring something, everyone together, and everyone can be same team for like the victory of like their, you know, their team. That's amazing.
And that's a great point, because think about it like this: that's 5 million people, and those 5 million people, you know, bunch of different beliefs.
Yep.
Bunch of different, like, you know, political views.
Yep.
The way they live life, different lifestyles, everything, you know, coming from different communities and different parts of the country and all that stuff. They're all in celebration, and no craziness happened in terms of violence happening against each other. It was all that, you know, it just got out of hand with a celebration of this team who hadn't won since 1986. So that's a great point, to see that like 5 million people can be out there in the name of one thing, like celebrating and like, you know,
not a protest,
not fighting each other.
Exactly.
Yeah,
man. I imagine when I'm looking at that, I'm imagining all the pickpocket. Rules.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's all I'm seeing. I'm like, I mean, they celebrating, but that's not where you want to be.
Leave your valuables at home. But you know what, Bobo? All the folks that live there know that, except for maybe the people that are, you know, grew up privileged, that they're not necessarily from the hood over there in those prospective places. They would probably be the only ones, aside from tourists, that would like get pickpocketed. You know what I mean? Because your average person that lives there knows, okay, there's going to be a bunch of thieving ass motherfuckers out here today. I'm leaving my wallet at home. I'm only taking my ID and a few dollars.
Yeah.
Cambio, cambio, cambio.
Cambio, cambio, cambio.
I mean, but crazy. Yeah, I was in Doha on a layover the day after the World Cup.
How about this, Bobo? The World Cup, you know, Argentina got the whole country that came out for them, and you know, the leaders of the country, you know, had the whole of the citizens come out to celebrate these guys.
Yeah.
Our boys at the LAFC got a drive around at the bank. A drive around at the bank.
That shit was
terrible.
This team that in 5 years of its inception put together a championship team couldn't get celebrated in a proper way, man. Come on, LA. You could do better than that. Right? Next time these boys bring home the MLS Cup,
bring it.
You got to celebrate them properly.
I think if Messi was in the team,
it will happen.
Next time, let's start burning stuff down at the park.
I think Ray has a point he was going to make right here.
I think if Messi wasn't at LAFC and scored the goal that needed to be scored, all of Figueroa would have been shut down.
And not Gareth Bale.
Till the Staples Center.
Yeah, you know, he's got a point, because I mean, Gareth Bale he's a dope player and he's a big name, but it's not the same as when Galaxy had Beckham. And you know, like he's a huge goddamn name. So like he's got it right. Yeah, that too. That guy too. So Ray's got a big point. Like if it was a guy like Messi or Ronaldo or, you know, anyone like Neymar or whatever, they probably would have made a bigger deal out of it.
The thing is, they don't regard him as that player. Like when I was in Qatar,
and he's good, man. Shit.
Yeah, I was in Qatar, and you saw like we went to the FIFA store in the airport, and like the magnets and all that stuff. It was all Wales, and all I was thinking about was, that's Bale right there.
Bale from Wales.
So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of good players, a lot of great players, but there's only a handful that is going to be able to turn a league around.
And for the city to be like, you know what?
Yeah.
We should, because this guy's one of the biggest athletes in the world.
If Messi was in L.A.
Yeah. They're saying Miami, but he should come to L.A.
Yeah, he should come here.
He should come here.
Bring it.
I called him.